You guys asked, we're delivering. I've got rods, reels, new baits, new colors, tackle storage, live well care, jigs, forward-facing sonar stuff. We've got it all. So without further ado, let's get into episode 2 of DNR News. All right, first up on our docket here is we have the all-new, fresh out of the packaging, Strike King Tumbleweed. This has been a very anticipated bait. I've been waiting to see these in here. The little rubber dice craze has been going nuts, and we finally have Strike King's version, the Tumbleweed. Now, seeing this thing in person for the first time is really awesome. I don't know if you can see that in there, but I'll make sure I get you a good clip if you can. These things are really awesome. It's nice, good rubber in there, just like Strike King always has. They have two versions, floating, non-floating. So if you want to get it deeper in the bottom, if you're fishing it weightless, go with this guy. If you want to fish it on top, go with this guy. This would also be nice throwing it on a drop shot because it'll float, stay suspended above your weight. So come on in, check all these out. We've got all the great Strike King colors in these. I'm super excited to tie one of these on and get out there this summer. Those picky fish in the summertime, I think this Tumbleweed is going to be a really, really, really good way to get those finicky fish to bite this summer. So now that we finished on the Tumbleweeds, we're going to jump into Nomad design baits. Now we just started carrying Nomad design here a little while ago, and we just started carrying their live ops systems. So you've got the Wingman in a 3.75 inch and a 4.5 inch. You've got the Spectre Minnow in a 3 1/4 and 4 inch, and then you also have the Fallout, the Delta Minnow, and the Cobra. Now these three in particular here are really, really cool because it has their adjustable tungsten system. So you're gonna get this little metal tube here, and you can see in those baits that there's little tungsten balls in there. All you gotta do is pop this in here, and you can get those out, move them around, and adjust where your bait's sitting. So if you're noticing it's sinking down a little bit like this in the water, all you gotta do is move one of those weights up, and it'll bring that weight forward and flatten that out. You get a perfect horizontal thing. The Cobra's awesome because it's got the Cobra hood on it, and it's gonna cause that bait to really roll in the water as you're using it. These are all really designed for forward-facing sonar. I think these baits right here are really gonna shine. This one's got the bill on the front of it, kind of mimic a jackal drift fry. And then these ones, the Spectre Minnow is going to be more of a swim bait style, so it's got a paddle tail on the back there. And then the Wingman, if I can get this out here, it's just going to be a straight tail minnow, kind of like a Z2 or something like that. These baits are going to be really awesome. They've got some pretty strong scents on there. So come on in, check out the live op stuff. We've got a whole end cap of it. These baits rock. They're really good for the forward-facing sonar craze that's going on right now. I'm particularly excited to try the adjustable tungsten system just because you don't have to mess around with your bait sinking one way or the other. You can adjust the weights in that soft plastic and get it to sit exactly how you want it to in the water. So come on in, check these out, or we've got them online at vandamwarehouse.com. So while we're on the topic of forward-facing sonar, I've got a very special rod here from Daiwa. This is their Power Scope FFS Special. Now, this thing's got SVF technology for a stronger, lighter blank. It's got Fuji Alkanite guides on it, Daiwa exclusive reel seat. It's got their air sensor, little hook keeper down here. These rods are incredibly light. They're perfect actions for throwing jig head minnows and doing all sorts of other forward-facing sonar stuff. And at a price of 200 bucks, that's a really good price for a really high-quality rod. I haven't personally used one of these yet. Jonathan inside has, and he loves it. He's been a really big fan of it. I've been doing some video editing and stuff for him, and I've seen that rod in his hands a lot, and he really likes it, has nothing but good things to say about it. They're lighter actions. So like I said, they're not going to be for throwing bigger stuff, mostly jig head minnows and smaller forward-facing stuff like that. But check out the Daiwa Power Scope. This one I've got here, not going to be able to see it in the full frame, but this one's 6'8" with a medium heavy action. So They're all going to be kind of similar to that. So come on in the store, check those out. Like I said, they're super light. It's kind of unbelievable how light they are, but the blank is still strong because of that SVF technology. So get in here, check that out. And a reel that you might want to pair that with is the new Abu Garcia Revo Rocket. I say new, but it's more, when I say new, is Abu Garcia has had some not great stuff in the past. They've kind of did away with everything, revamped it all, reworked it all, and some of the reels they've got now are just absolutely incredible. I've had the opportunity to use some of the Rockets, some of the Revo SXs, and I love them. Now this one in particular, the Rocket, is a spinning reel with a 7:6 to 1 gear ratio. On a spinning reel, that's really fast. This thing picks up about 4 feet of line per turn, so you get a cast out there, you miss the fish on your live scope, you can burn that bait in really fast and get another cast back out there. This thing really shines for that. It's got a great drag, smooth reel. I love it. So come on in, check it out. We've got a couple other Revos in the store as well, and I think this would be a really good combo here, a good rod and a good reel for forward-facing sonar. So come on in, check all that stuff out. Now, let's get away from forward-facing sonar. I know a lot of you guys don't like to hear about that stuff, and it's just the devil. So let's jump into some jig fishing. Now, this is not a new bait, but it is a new to DNR bait. I've been using this jig for probably 5 years now, and it's been one of my favorites. I actually learned it for a really good buddy of mine when I was fishing in college. This is the Zman's Crossey snakehead swim jig. Now, I don't use it as a swim jig very often. I'm typically throwing it under docks, through grass. It's a swim jig, but the head design on this, it comes through grass awesome. It's got a flat head on the bottom, so you can skip it under docks really good. Really good strong hook in there. The hard plastic hook keeper keeps your baits on there for a long time. Now, I'll throw one of these jigs until I either bust the paint off of it, the weed guards start coming off, or this breaks, which takes a long time. I like to throw it in grass. I like to throw it around wood, like I said, under docks, rocks, you name it. This jig is an awesome jig, and I highly suggest you put it in your arsenal. I've got some awesome colors here. White, a couple different variants of white, some shad, bluegill, white and chartreuse, black and blue, and of course, green pumpkin's my favorite. Now, I'll pair this with either a Rage Craw or a Rage Menace, but if you got a bunch of other jig trailers that you like, those will work too. This thing is an awesome jig, and I love throwing it. I'll throw it on usually I'm throwing it on a Loomis 843, so like a 7.3-ish medium heavy rod. It's just got a little bit of a stronger hook in there, so I really like to drive it home. The reason they're called cross eyes is because David Walker designed these, and he says, cross their eyes when you set the hook. So that's why he put such a stout hook in these. Really set the hook on them, and you won't lose many fish on this jig. All right, so on the topic of bottom contact baits, we've got a whole lineup of brand new dark sleeper colors here at the store. This is one of my favorite colors from Megabass. This is Gilco, and I've got a whole bunch of other colors here. I'll show them all to you. The Dark Sleeper is a bait that I love a lot in the summertime. You can work it like a swim bait, you can work it like a jig, you can twitch it, you can jerk it, jump it, just crawl it along the bottom. There's so many different ways you can fish the Dark Sleeper. Soft plastic outside with the weight in the middle, and the hook hiding behind that dorsal fin on that bait. So come on in, check out all of our new Megabass Dark Sleeper colors. We've got them in the 3/8 ounce size and the 1/2 ounce size. This is a really cool new addition for the Dark Sleeper. I'm super excited, especially for this color here. Gilco is one of my favorites. I love using that color in the Vision 110. Just some awesome other cool colors here. So come on in, check out the new Dark Sleeper colors and get them out on the water. Next up on our docket, I've got tackle boxes from BKK. Now these are their OCD tackle box systems. These boxes are incredible. We just started carrying BKK hooks a couple months ago. They're awesome, awesome, awesome hooks. I love them. I'm making the switch to fully be using BKK hooks, and their OCD box systems are incredible to go along with that. You can get an empty box and get the hooks in the boxes and put them in here yourselves. This box runs $24.99, or you can get their starter pack for $2.99. It is a tackle box, fully loaded with all the hooks you'll ever need for fishing. There's wide gaps, drop shot hooks, flipping hooks, worm hooks, offsets, EWGs, everything you'll need is in here. $2.99 sounds like a lot, but for the amount of hooks you're getting, it's about a $370 value. So come on in, check this stuff out. This one's loaded with all their armor points. I really like this OCD box system because you can pull one package out, open it up, your hooks are right in there. No more fishing for hooks in your box, getting them all tangled up. All you do is pull your box out, open the latch, and your hook's right there. These boxes are incredible, and I'm a really, really big fan of these. It's gonna make keeping your terminal tackle organized a breeze now. Get a couple stickers in there too, little bracelet. BKK's armor point hooks are so sticky sharp. You've got sizes in here from 3/0 to 4/0 to 5/0. I've got an offset worm wide gap in here that's a 6/0, offset worm round bend 5/0. You've got some treble hooks that come in here as well. So come on in and check out the BKK OCD Tackle Box system in the loaded package, or just the box itself, and you can organize it however you want, or put whatever hooks you like in there. I just think you guys really need to come in and check out the OCD tackle storage system. Last but not least, please release me. Now this isn't a new product. This has been at the store for a while. It was out of stock for a long time. We were having a hard time getting it, but it is back. This is gonna be an epic alternative to using G-Juice. It comes in a smaller container. It's a lot easier to store in the back of the boat. It's 20 bucks. Comes in a jar, and all it is a bunch of little crystals, powder. It's gonna be hard to see in here. All you gotta do, take a pinch of this, throw it in the live well. It's gonna keep your fish healthy for way longer. I've heard lots of guys say that they'd rather use this stuff over G-Juice. My buddy Bo Thomas swears by it. Pat Hamilton in the bait counter swears by it. It helps, reduces weight loss, calms the fish down, removes harmful chlorine from the water, it replaces their slime coating. So this thing just has tons and tons of good benefits for the fish in your live well, and you can release them healthy and happy at the end of the tournament. So come on in, check out Please Release Me, and get you some of this today. All right, so I've got one more segment for you. We popped over here into the store at the Humminbird display. I found this cool little trick the other day online, and I wanted to show all you guys how to do it. It's just a handy little thing. It's not huge. You might already know how to do it, but if not, check this out. When you're scanning, side scan on a lake, say you're driving over a point or something, or you're not really quite sure where on the map your side scan's pushing out to, all you gotta do is go in here, tap the little hamburger on your map here, go into your settings, hit vessel overlays, and turn on SI range. Now we can see over here on our map, we can see where we're at. And when we click onto our side scan, we can adjust that, and you can see how on our map there, those markers adjust, so you can see how far out you're actually scanning on side scan. Like I said, nothing groundbreaking, earth-shattering, but it's a cool little trick to kind of show you where you're side scanning at. Gives you an idea of where you see structure at. You can kind of look and it'll tell you more where that thing's at there. So check that out on your Humminbird. If you don't have any Humminbirds, come on into the store and check out the brand new Explorer units. They're really, really top-notch. I love them a lot. So come on in, check the Humminbird stuff out. All right, thank you guys for watching this episode of DNR News. Comment down below what your favorite bait that you saw today was, something you're interested in. Also, comment below and let us know what you want to see on the show. I've got one more reminder for you. The next DNR Sports Center Series tournament is going to be June 29th on Hardy Dam Pond at Orrego State Park. So head on over to dnrsports.com, get signed up for that, and make sure you like and subscribe to the channel here so we can keep doing these videos for you. And we love doing this stuff. It's been a blast so far, and I can't wait to see where it keeps going. So there you have it, folks. That's the Tumbleweed. I think it'll be really good. Like I said, not a lot of fish have seen it. Walter, what do you think?
Yeah, that looked pretty good. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I probably eat that. I probably eat that all the time. That looks good. I like that a lot. Really good.
All right, last but not least, and last but not least, I got this on the second try when I did it when the camera wasn't recording. Last but not least,